Good morning. We are going to be working on the Honda today. Got it running again. It's been a while. Had a great rip around with it. Unfortunately, the float seems to be staying full. Probably just a result of it sitting around for so long. So we're going to pull off the fairing, pull off the carb, and see if we can't get it running. Right. Alright, so we got it taken apart, as you can see, and I figured out the issue. I like to run out the float bowl before I shut the bike off so it doesn't sit with fuel in the carb. Just something I do. And I realized when I took the tank off, the petcock is leaking. I shut it off and it still has even a little bit of flow. You can kind of see. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Even though it's in off position, still flows. So I'm gonna see if I can take the petcock off, and I don't know if there's anything I can do with it, or I'll just replace it. So that's next. Here we go. So as I'm trying to record that and show you guys what I was doing with the gas tank, I didn't realize that the breather hose was actually pointed down, so it was draining fuel all over this area. So I was using carb cleaner to kind of break down the gas, prevents it from stinking up area, and it helps it clean up really easy. I don't know if that's a good tip, but works for me. Anyways, let's see if we can fix that petcock. Trying to see if I can get this in focus, but here's the petcock. So I went ahead and pulled it off, cleaned it a little bit, not that that really did anything. So I ran some air, compressed air, through it with the valve open on reserve, the valve open on regular, and then when I close it, I've put air into the feed tube or drain tube, and it still has air blowing through here. So I'm sure there's some kind of inner seal that's shot or blown or rotted or whatever. So basically just going to replace the petcock. Let's see, this is middle of COVID-19 2020, like March 21st or 22nd, something like that. So hopefully I can find a dealership open today that will sell that to me. If not, maybe Amazon can ship it to me sometime in the next few weeks. Alright, so first order of business today is getting the yellow quad back up and running. Again, putting the petcock on the gas tank that is hiding right there, trying to keep the gas from flowing out everywhere. Putting it back together, doing a test run, making sure everything's good on that. Like I said, it was running great, so fantastic. We'll have to put that back together. Let's get her up and running. So we got the new package right here. Again, genuine Honda part. Alright, doing a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. They look great. Guy at the shop warned me when I bought the new one that's missing this O-ring here, so I will transfer that over. This still looks good. Inspected it, doesn't look cracked. If I can get some focus here. Doesn't look cracked or anything's wrong with it. Should be fine. If we have to, we'll replace it. I'm not too worried about that right now. Alright, we'll go ahead and move over and get it on the tank. Pretty simple process, really. I don't even know that we need to show this, but you're just going to slide it back in, tighten the bolts back up. There's that. We'll take it outside. Just make sure we test flow. Everything should be fine. There's no leakage around this edges. And then we'll put it back on the bike and we'll get that on video in just a sec. Alright, so kind of funny. As I was just saying, we needed to swap over these O-rings. Guess what's still on here, but not on the new petcock? That O-ring. Total fail. Rookie fail. Forgot to change it over. I tipped the gas tank over to see if the petcock was working alright, and it just started flowing right around the edge. Just remember, you might want to slow down and just check your steps. Just saying. So this hose is broken. About maybe an eighth or a quarter of an inch came off. Now on the new petcock, I cannot get it to seal. It keeps leaking. So apparently got to get a new hose. That's our next step. Because I've tried 2 different clamps and pushing the hose on further, and neither one seems to work. I need to replace this hose, which I'm not sure we can get a good focus on that. And that's an original Honda part that came off the quad. I went to AutoZone, just grabbed some hose. This stuff is obviously not shaped. This is shaped. So it's going to be kind of tough to get this to go in the shape that we need it to in order to fit, but I'm going to try it. This might just be temporary. I just want the bike to run. My main interest is just getting the bike running, getting it together, and then if we need to, I can just go ahead and order that part. That's, I think, a $5 or $6 part online. Not a big deal. Wish me luck. We'll see in a few seconds here. Okay, so I've got it on there. You notice one distinctive small issue. There's a bit of a pinch in the curve that I've been trying to figure out, and that was a concern of mine. The bottom section there, if we can see that at all, seems to be okay. Right here. This top section, it's got a bit of a pinch in it. I'm kind of hoping I can just make this a temporary thing and get the hose I need ordered online. Maybe even go get it from a dealer locally. We're gonna send it, see what happens. Big question is, does it leak? Right here, we're gonna find out together. So far, so good there. That's a big problem I was having with the old hose. It just would start dripping. Pretty sure there was a pinhole or something in it. Does it drip there? That clip's not even on. We're not leaking, that's a good sign. So I'm gonna let the petcock stay open for a little bit, and I'll get this other clamp on. We'll have that on time lapse, maybe, and we'll go from there.